What's going on, y'all? It's Byrto Givens, and you're looking at the road to legacy. I'm showing you the ins and outs of an independent artist, what it takes, and the grind it takes. Y'all stick around. You're gonna see some fun things, cool things,
don't ever
and some crazy things.
Losing. You can win. And winners get respect, winners get the power, so don't ever be satisfied with losing.
Told me not to sell word. 17.5, same color t-shirt. Mama told me not to sell word. Mama
You got your music on the drum or? So how long you been doing music?
Seriously? I guess since I started taking it serious, somewhere going on 3 years now. So it'll be my 4-year anniversary in November. I remember the dates I got to. Like, I'm be like, this day, like, November's very on. Like, it's crazy.
So what made you take that step to be like, all right, I'm gonna take this serious now? Like 3 years from now, what made you say?
Funny thing, I went to, I kind of get inspired by like people and situations. So my situation happened to be, I had a friend, she invited me out to the club. It was like Rich Homie Quan's birthday. He was at Mansion in line or whatever the case is. And she was plugged in with a couple people. And so we was in VIP with him. And you know, I'm a regular schmegular guy, you know, and you know, I'm kind of up there with him. And at the time, I think Trinidad James was hot, so I was up there with him, and I'm just like, all this gold on. I'm like, dang, and I just got a wristband. Like, I'm just like, I was just real regular, and it was just crazy. And I just kind of seen how they had the whole wave in the whole building, and everybody was rocking. And I was like, no disrespect, man, I'm really dope. And I was like, and you always be like, if they can do it, I can do it. And it's a lot harder than that, but I seen that. It's a lot harder than just saying that, but it is dope, though. Like, that's the night that inspired me. Like, I remember getting home at 4 that morning and calling like my homie and was like, bro, like, I really want to do it. Like, and he was like sleeping. He was like, bro, what? I was like, bro, like, I'm gonna start doing music. And I reached out to some people that I knew, which was only one person. I just wanted to make it sound good. I tried to make it sound good, but I reached out to some people like, yeah, I hit up my home. It was only one
That's
person.
usually the case, bro.
Yeah.
Let my people talk to your people.
Yeah.
In reality, I just get you to talk to them.
I really only had one person, and it was crazy. It was, and he had open arms, and he actually, his name is Avery Johnson. He produced Indie Iree's like first 2 albums. He also produced Bone Crusher, Never Scared, and a whole bunch of stuff.
That's a dope. That's a big connect. That is people.
That is people. That was the only connect. It was like it was wild. It was wild, but it's way more complicated than it sounds. Like, it's way more complicated. But it was a blessing that he had open arms and he let me get to work.
So what is your sound? What would you describe your sound as?
My sound now that I'm working on is trap and B. So it's a little different. You're gonna get obviously some melodies and stuff, but you're gonna get some trap and it sounds good. I think I'm kind of bringing the ratchet, the complicate, like the lyrical ratchet thing into style. I don't think nobody can really do it. But I'm doing it. Like, it's crazy. Like, once you play the songs, you'll understand. It's hard to explain, but people not talking about nothing these days. So how can you say something lyrical and something ratchet?
How would you describe that? Lyrical ratchet.
Lyrical ratchet is like, imagine like a Kendrick inside of a Gucci. Who make the most ratchet hooks these days?
That's a hard.
You see what I'm saying? Think of somebody making the most ratchet hook,
but can rap.
But can rap. and give you some bars like.
That kind of made some cool, like unratchet hooks though. But Future makes some ratchet
though.
Yeah, mine's not a mumble. So mine is like you hear what I'm saying. You're gonna hear every ratchet thing I say, and it's gonna make sense.
I gotta hear it. I'm ready to hear it.
let's play a song. Go ahead and introduce it. Let's get into
This track they about to drop is called Soda Pop. Man, it's that lyrical ratchet. But this is more so like the dance song, like all the girls love it. So we gonna make sure we do it right. Soda Pop, man.
Soda Pop. Yeah, I already knew from that name. I was like, somebody twerking something.
Down like a herb, y'all like the well booty pop. Down like my jewels, rollin', make the best pop. Whippin' that skull, stupid wrist, make the Betty Bob. Pull that drink. I know how to make the soda pop. I know how to make the soda pop. Bet you I can make a Betty Bob. Whip with the soda pop. I know how to make the soda pop.
I got one too. Get your card. I got a card.
So what was in your mind when you was making that song?
Soda pop. Actually, when I made that song, I kind of was thinking about the wave. I was just like something different, but kind of bringing a whole lot of different things into one thing. So like, people always talking about popping bottles and then like and dancing and intricate, just kind of throwing it all into one song that makes somebody kind of bounce.
So you say you did a lot of traveling and you've been a lot of different places. How would you say traveling and staying in a lot of different places influence your music now?
It influenced my music a lot. So I think the two places that my style kind of brand from is kind of New York and then Atlanta. So obviously speaking and saying words and giving people something to listen to or whatever, I always kind of wanted to branch the ratchet in the words, because either if you got bars, then nobody really wants to hear bars unless you like the top three people. Like if you're not Drake, if you're not J. Cole, and if you're not Kendrick, nobody really wants to hear nothing you're really talking about. Unless you're saying something really ratchet. And shout out to Chance the Rapper too. I forgot he in that lane now. So if you're not one of them, nobody want to hear bars. They want to hear something that's gonna make them move. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna make a ratchet hook, and then I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna give you bars, and then like I even got stuff where like I'm just giving bars. Like so on that Piff and Spinrilla, you can go to Byrto, Know Your History. I hopped on like the 80s and 90s New York beats, the hottest beats, from Nas to everybody, and murder them like 40 bars, 40, 50 bars on the beach.
Smart.
Yeah, so
for people that
for people who just like, because some people don't like ratchet, they be like, I want to hear something, or they try you up because you're in Atlanta. They be like, oh, you from Atlanta, so you can't really rap. So I be like,
yes, I can.
I beg to differ. Know your history.
You're walking down the street in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you said you were born in Germany.
Right.
Okay, so you walking down the street in New York, and somebody's like, oh, you do music, blah, blah, blah. Where you from? What do you say?
I say everywhere.
What they say, but where specifically?
Well, it depends, because if you up there, you can say Atlanta, right? And people from New York like Atlanta music.
Yeah.
So I can say I'm from Atlanta, I can get away.
Yeah.
And they'll probably want to hear something.
What about vice versa?
Right. Now, in Atlanta, nobody don't give a crap that you're from New York. They just feel like you don't know how to make music. And that's just how it is. It's kind of brand like Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, they want Atlanta music, Atlanta style. They don't really care about no New York, nothing. So out here, I try to branch myself as far away from Atlanta. Being in Atlanta, I just be like from everywhere. So, and then I ask somebody, they'll be like, let me hear some of your music. Well, I'll be like, well, what kind of music you want to hear? Are you into bars, or are you just into music? Because you can go to my SoundCloud and you can hear music, or you can go to that Piff and Spinrilla and stuff and you can hear bars.
How long did you stay in New York?
I stayed in New York about 4 years, and I kind of use that more as a branding purpose.
Right.
I mean, I ain't from New York, but I picked up some ways. So, like I said, if I get like mad or I get to just talking too much, you just hear that yo come out or all that. I'm like, they be like, you from New York. So people down here, when I get to just talking, they be like, you from New York, or you from up north, and I be like, yeah.
So
It's all about what you claim. Cause some people just be like, I'm from New York. I mean, I'm from Atlanta, and I'm like, describe Atlanta. Like, and they're like, oh yeah, I stayed out in Augusta. I'm like, bruh, that's not Atlanta.
at all. Hell no.
That's not Atlanta. Hey, all the time, man. Anybody who stay in Georgia just say Atlanta, because if you go anywhere in the world and you just say, hey, I'm from Macon, niggas
They're like, where? That's about.
what state is that in? What country?
Sounds like bacon.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, them New York jokes be funny as hell. Like when they be like, when the bridge broke and stuff and burned down, they was like, y'all New York niggas with y'all Timbs laying down our bridge and shit. I was like, yo, it's a little funny. Like,
It'd be funny for real.
From your experience, what would you say is like the main difference between New York and Atlanta environment?
Music or just environment? We'll do environment first.
Yeah, we'll do the environment.
So the difference is it's way faster up there.
Yeah.
Like so everything always lit in New York.
Right.
Like I didn't know that. Like when they said like the city that never sleeps, you like niggas, somebody go to sleep sometime.
Nah.
They never sleep. I'm talking about like on a weekday. Like out here, niggas be shutting down at 10. Like when you look 11, like the latest 12, unless you're at the Shaky Booty Club.
that's
If you ain't at the
24
Shaky Booty-
hours. That's 24
Right.
hours.
If you ain't at the Shaky Booty Club, everything closed, and you gotta hit certain places. Like nah. Like up in New York, they never sleep. Like you can go out and you can walk like Manhattan or something out there. It's gonna be a lot of cops though, but you can walk it and it's always something to do, kind of. And you catch weird folks.
I gotta make that trip.
Man, what? It's the best experience ever if you go to the right, if you enjoy it right. Cause you can go up there and just kind of like, oh look at it. But you'll like it though. It's dope. I miss it. Shout out to Brooklyn.
That's where you was living in Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. You glad?
So what would you say you enjoy more, doing the lyrical type music, or making like music that's for the people, or your lit music?
Strip club.
I like proving people wrong. So I think that more so explains everything, because I get people, if I give you bars and they be like, he probably can't make a song.
Right.
And then I be like, okay, well I'm gonna go make a song. So that's why I'm always consistently, and that be killing me honestly, but I'm consistently working on like 3 different projects. I'm working on bars, I'm working on both of them at once, and then I'm working on just music.
Right.
So I'm always working on 3 different projects, because I'll be waiting for somebody to be like, you don't got bars, and I'll be like, yeah, okay. But I feel like even in all of it, I don't think I can just always go completely, like they say, dumb down. I can't never completely dumb down, so I'll be like, I always put something in my music that somebody be able to take away. Like, you know, if I was to do, let's talk about like soda pop, for instance. Like, what's a dope line in soda pop? Like, y'all, like they'll tell you like 3 different things, and then like the same thing for Barbie. Like, you know, I think it's the energy on Barbie, like how I'm kind of like I say that I have a schizo rap, because I kind of speed up and slow down, and then get trippy, and then speed back up, and then get medium, and then kind of just keep going. So like I think that's the difference. Like you can't mimic me. Like you want to make it so hard that somebody can't really mimic you. Like it's gonna be hard for somebody to try to recreate like anything that I do, because it's me.
You listen to the most?
I can say who got me started with music, like somebody who, I started doing poetry, and if it wasn't for like my English teacher, I probably would have not even thought anything about it. But she submitted a poem that I did to like, Oprah had like this little thing that she was doing with like poetry or something like that in high school or something, and she submitted it, and I like finished somewhere like 3rd or 4th or something like that. Right. I ain't win no money or nothing or get to see her, but it was just like, she's like, well, this is through all my English classes, and you know, and I'm just like, oh, well, I guess. And I just kind of kept writing poetry. I never submitted it anywhere. And then I just kind of had like a down period, and then I worked with this dude named Blackout from DSGB. He kind of was like, have you ever thought about putting music I'm turning your poetry into music, and I was like, no. And then he was just like, you should try it, and I tried it, and I liked it, and really Kanye West. Kanye West is the pioneer for me. He kind of got me wanting to do music, and just the culture.
Right.
So and everything else, man. I just always I'm a huge fan of Drake's. I'm a huge Drake fan. The way, kind of like his business aspect, how he's so classy. Like he's classy. Like he'll destroy somebody so classy. Like I feel like when he killed, like I feel like when he made that diss track, like he made a diss track, like I think on Meek, and then like he started singing on him. Like that was so unnecessary. Like that's a low blow. Like you start singing on a diss track, bro. You losing, bro. You can't win. How you say? Cause you can't roast it. He's singing. Like you can't talk about it. He just sung. Like he killed you with bars, and then he sung on you, and then it's like, finish him, like and then start singing.
Right.
Mark Duff is in the building. What's going on, family? Sorry, you threw the glass, bro. Wow, that's my player. That's my partner there. Shout out to ITF.
Hey, so you know what it is, man. It's your boy Mark Duff, you know. Find me on IG, SoundCloud, all that shit, all the fly shit. Mark Duff Music, MARCDUB Music, one word, no space. You know, my boy Byrto's in the building. It's my guy, you know what I'm saying? It's the fam, Swig Gang. Sleep when I die, you know. Stay with me.
So let's get into your next song.
Okay.
Go ahead and describe this song in your mind state when you made this song.
Every time I go to the studio, I kind of just go in, listen to beats, and make it right then and there. That way, it's legit. So I went in. He was actually finishing up a session, and I had heard like the end of a song. Like I didn't know if he was good or not, but I was just like, man, let's collab. You might as well stay, man. And I put him on here, and he delivered too. Like homie he dope. So double O Dre.
Sippin' on heavy, he ain't got the kid for that. Pull up with a house, nigga, check out my cars. Design on my fabric. Saying bitch, niggas in the chains. Hella money looking like a penny. Y'all niggas better pay attention. Some niggas snitching for better sentence. Real nigga, no cap about me, I sound point like whoa. Take a round, kiss the way that we making that.
You can go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you, your music, any up and coming shows.
You can Google Byrto Givens, or you can follow me on everything. That's Byrtos_vision, BYRTOS_vision. You can follow me on all that. I want to say shout out to King Pop. He got his own clothing label as well. I'm rocking the shirt right now.
Yeah,
the Kanye West Pop Culture. Shout out to everybody doing their thing out there. You know. Facts.
Well, we definitely.
Everybody, I am Byrto. You can follow me on everything, Byrto's Vision, BYRTOS_vision. And I'm here to turn up, man. We're gonna be out some different stuff. We're gonna be out some chill vibes, some trap and beat. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, then. This song here is called Breathing In.
Sliding, yeah, and this meaning got me sliding. That's three. Switch my bros, cause I know they be wildin'. Can't trust these niggas
Barbie, everybody. Appreciate y'all time. I'm Byrto.
Put your hands in the air. They did a great job. Byrto, put it down here in the iLounge.
Thank y'all for watching this episode of Road to Legacy. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all social media networks. It's somewhere on the screen. Follow it.
Y'all know you. Yeah, I'm winning, I'm finally winning.